Hello everyone, my name is Darkmoondoll, and today, just like every other Monday, every Monday, I try to do it every Monday, I host a show called Cannabis and Movies. I am a medical cannabis patient living in California. On previous shows, I've showed everybody my cannabis recommendation. If you want to see that, you can go a little bit backwards in the episodes of Cannabis and Movies. I started smoking cannabis primarily for the pain in my knees and my ankles, and for my PTSD, for migraines that I experience, and social anxiety, and a few other things that I don't need to mention. So anyway, on today's show, like I said last week, I decided that I want to do a review on the movie Frankie. Well, the movie isn't just called Frankie. The movie is called Frankie and Alice. So, IMDb, what do they have to say about it? So it came out in 2010. It stars Halle Berry. So they say it's a drama centered on a go-go dancer with multiple personality disorder who struggles to remain true to herself and begins working with a psychotherapist to uncover the mystery of the inner ghosts that haunt her. I think it's compared to the movie Sybil. I think it's just part 2 of Sybil. I don't think I remember Sybil engaged in cannabis smoking, but if I go back a lot of the 70s movies, I missed a lot because I was just a kid. So anyway, yeah, Halle Berry basically, if you've seen Sybil, then it's kind of similar. It's similar in the plot and everything like that. But basically, Halle Berry, she plays this character named Frankie, and Frankie has multiple personalities, but she's not aware of it. When she was a go-go dancer, it's crazy, go-go dancer. But anyway, yeah, they show her as a go-go dancer. It just looks like modern, back then strippers, but whatever. I don't judge people. They do what they need to do to make their money. So, but yeah, they were focusing on all the dancers and stuff, and all the seediness of it and everything like that. She had a breakdown within it, and so she could no longer do her career as a go-go dancer. It was funny. The only scene that I saw her partake in cannabis was when, behind stage right before she was going on, her friend passed her a joint and she was smoking. But I think that just had to, tell us, okay, this is the 70s, and in the 70s they smoked cannabis then. It was no big deal. Yeah, it was weird how it's mixed, how cannabis is mixed in with a movie like this about someone with multiple personalities. It just felt really cheesy. It didn't feel convincing, Halle Berry, even as a cannabis smoker too. I mean, it didn't feel real. It felt fake, all of it. And one of her personalities was a racist white woman who would put powder on her skin to make her skin look lighter, and it was just insane, okay? It was insane. And it started making me wonder, does Halle Berry have multiple personalities? Is that what you're trying to come out with to us, to the world, Halle Berry? I don't know. I just didn't like this movie at all. I mean, even though it showed her smoking cannabis casually, which is really cool, I like that when they do that in movies, when it's not I don't know, they smoke a joint and then it leads into some sort of fantasy realm that's ridiculous. This movie didn't do that. This movie did deal with a very hard-hitting and touchy subjects. People with mental disabilities, people with multiple personalities. They now go by the definition, the title of DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, where their mind is split in, however many personalities they need to function through the day. And that's brought on by a very traumatic experience in their lives, whether they were raped, molested, physically assaulted, whatever kind of trauma, extreme trauma. It can split them off into several different personalities. so that this person can deal with it if the main person can't handle the situation. I don't have personal experience with that because I'm not DID. My mom was schizophrenic, and to some degree that's kind of similar. But my mom I've seen her talk to herself when she was alive and answer back. And I wanted to say something about people with mental disabilities and all of that. What I've read through the years, and through some documentaries that I watched about shamans and shamanism, the native shamans, they would put these people that have these mental disabilities into the category of shaman or medicine man or medicine woman because a person that's schizophrenic, people when they look at them like, oh, they're just crazy, they're talking to just somebody that's not there. A lot of times they're tapping into things that we cannot see. And it's coming to them, this is just what I believe, it's coming into them in such a fast frequency that they don't know how to handle it. And so that's what happens to their mind. They become crazy because they're not staying just in this earthly plane, this reality. So anyway, that's the only experience I have with people with mental disabilities. I dated a few people that had bipolar disorder as well, and that's another disorder that's totally different. But a lot of these mental disorders are a dis-ease of the mind. If these people are able to be in environments where they could just be themselves, who knows? This character, Frankie, if she didn't have to be a go-go dancer, if she could be anything she wanted to be, what would she be? And I didn't like this movie the way it ended. I didn't like the psychologist they got for her. He just seemed, intrigued by her, but not in a means it seemed like that he really wanted to help her. It seemed so fake and phony to me. I just didn't really buy it. It just, like I said, it feels like a repeat of Sybil from, what year was that from? 1976 with Sally Fields in it. I don't know if you guys remember that. Hollywood seems to repeat the same movies over and over again. Different person starring in the movie. Now we got a black person playing Sybil. Instead, her name's not Sybil, it's Frankie and Alice. So I thought it was ridiculous. I know I've said that about a lot of these movies, but I think it's good that they were trying to handle mental disabilities in somewhat of a dignified way and all that. But I don't know, it just left me feeling like, are they trying to score points or something and just insert, okay, she's gonna smoke a joint. Now she'll win points with the people that do partake in cannabis. Jeez. It's and it's interesting who they chose too to play the main role. So, oh, excuse me. So yeah, this movie, Frankie and Alice, I don't know. Hollywood is just weird. And they thrive on that weirdness, and they try to look around and see what's going on outside of Hollywood and try to insert things like that in there. Now a lot of people want to deal with or be around people that have multiple personalities, or the modern term is DID, dissociative identity disorder. These people have a hard life. I don't know, at the end of the movie, I was left, it's like the doctor was there and he's going to really dive in and help her even more so. Now they knows exactly what's wrong with her. First they thought she was schizophrenic, and now they find out she's got multiple personalities. She's DID. Yeah, it's just it seems like Hollywood latches on to one type of thing and just tries to make it popular and make it fashionable. I know that sounds silly, fashionable to have a mental disorder, But they do that, and they're trying to do that to cater to those people out there so they can get more money in the box office, or cater to people that have relatives or family members or friends that have these disorders. I don't like this, what Hollywood tries to do, like try to be sympathetic. Oh, look at us, we're so sympathetic. No, you're not. You're not, you know? Because if you were, you would have, I don't know, it just seemed so silly. So very silly. And they gotta have Halle Berry putting powder on her face. She's got a white lady that's another personality. She's putting white in their face up and stuff. Literally doing white face. I mean, what the hell? I don't like them. I didn't like this movie at all. It totally left a bad taste in my mouth. I just want you to be able to look at movies and watch them and really see what's going on. Because there's a lot of stereotypes going on. There's a lot of games being played in Hollywood movies. A lot of times with Hollywood movies where they slip cannabis into the mix. These kind of ideas that they gather together to make a movie, a lot of times aren't original. They're just bits and pieces put together. So, thank you for joining me today for the review of Frankie and Alice, starring Halle Berry. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to review. I don't know. I might... Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of them, so I'll just pick one and you'll be here. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comment section and I can check out the movie. If I've ever seen it before, I can do a review on it right off. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing these videos. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for next week. Peace.